Oh shit, everyone. I think Parallax is getting loose. See, I don't care about this random planet's destruction. If it's not Earth, I have a hard time getting emotionally involved in an exploding planet. Alderaan didn't affect me, and I don't even know if there was life on this planet here. No one who watches the skies for a living notices this shit. Still photograph of water standing in for frozen water is still photograph, in case you confused it with Giza, Puerto Rico. He was in Japan just a second ago, and now the Silver Surfer will continue his random journey over worldwide famous landmarks. I see Roland Emmerich got his hands on this thing somehow, in case you confused it with Los Angeles, Jamaica. Also, bloody hell, now Los Angeles? Considering this trip was going west from Japan to Egypt, I guess the rest of the United States had no Silver Surfer sightings. Now the power's going out in LA, but doesn't freeze over like the last two places he flew over. Absolutely no one is playing on the field at Dodger Stadium, but the people came anyway. Main character's first appearance timed perfectly to a nearby television news program talking about them. VidCon girls. Reed still wants to marry Sue despite her freak alien eyeballs. Also, seriously, what the f happened to her eyes?
Which is really pathetic when you think about it.
Dude, you are not here. You are overposing with the hot girls that you would never in a million years stop flirting with to go sit in a chair and do nothing.
Dr. Richards, I'm very sorry, but it seems we're overbooked.
American Airlines.
We do have some seats available in coach, though.
An airline would never force celebrities of this caliber out of first class. Some other asshole is going to be flying coach. Also, this is clearly a setup to a hilarious "the thing has to sit in a middle seat" joke.
Sorry.
Ben must have sat on the chick who had the window seat because I don't see her anymore. That's a tragedy disguised as a comedy in my book. Reed Richards is a dick to people in general.
Scientists have ruled out global warming as the cause of the extraordinary climatic events.
Oh, Fox. Why were we subjected to that 5-minute airplane scene? Were they flying away from a much better movie that we didn't get to see? 6 minutes and 30 seconds in, and yes, you are still seeing credits on screen. Movie with no story, directed by a guy named Story.
The city's trying to charge us for 3 squad cars they say we destroyed.
The city allows the Fantastic Four to fight crime, but only if they pay the bills for the damage they cause.
The uniforms just showed up.
Just in time for the sequel! You, movie. Rubber fingers do not equal super fast fingers. You cannot just flash up your non-speedy characters.
Yeah, Sue says I'm addicted to it.
To moving your fingers really fast? Because I'm pretty sure that's not exactly what you meant, but I can make hay with that kind of setup.
They're being caused by cosmic radiation, not unlike the kind which gave us our powers.
I'll let Johnny take this one.
Wow, that's really boring.
A bachelor party could be fun, but no exotic dancers.
Aw, bachelor party does not contain a lap dance? Haha, Latveria. Yeah, you get that plot kick-started, movie.
Is there anything I can help you with?
Yes.
What the f happened to your eyes? Also, they dragged poor Andre Brower into this, didn't they?
Yes, you do.
No, honestly, Alex.
Movie creates convoluted, overly sexy scenarios so that the hero's love interest will totally get the wrong idea and we can have some generic conflict. Rubber Neo number 3. Oh, wait. I got confused with all the fakeness.
There he is.
Yes, unfortunately.
The military just absolutely needed to show up unannounced looking for Reed during his bachelor party, didn't they? A simple phone call? Out of the question.
We're concerned that these anomalies might pose a credible threat to our national security.
Have you tried searching the horizon for bright lights traveling at high speeds, either freezing or EMPing everything in its wake? That might be where I'd start. Do you have anyone watching the sky? Anyone at all?
I'm afraid I've never seen anything like it.
You mean balls of light in space? Also, I see people who watch the sky for a living are watching the sky, and noting the incredibly rare unexplainable phenomenon. It's just taking f***ing days for that to translate into the military asking the superheroes for help. Gotcha. Surprise reveal that Von Doom escaped the shipping container prison from the last movie is not a surprise.
I'm guessing Susie doesn't know anything about it.
I don't know how Reed expects to build this giant thing out in the open without Sue knowing, but hooray for conflict.
Don't tell Johnny.
Don't tell Johnny what?
Nope. He didn't even come close to hearing that. This article refers to Sue as the luckiest girl in the world. I actually think they meant to write Reed, and if they didn't change the pronoun, that would be fine by me.
So what's it take to date the Human Torch?
Fireproof lingerie and a lot of Aloe.
Haha, movie afraid of first base keeps making jokes about third and fourth base. Stan Lee is playing the actual Stan Lee here, which means he's attending the real-life wedding of characters he actually helped create in the comic book universe. And if that doesn't just blow Stan Lee's mind, I don't know what will.
It just doesn't feel right.
I know I'm blind, but what the f*** happened to your eyes? This hug between Kerry Washington and Jessica Alba is good, but I know what would make it better.
Just linking it to my PDA.
This is where Reed officially becomes kind of like a bad guy, right? He lies to his future wife, who is Jessica Alba. He's distracted by this project instead of Jessica Alba. He's willing to let this thing update him during the wedding to Jessica Alba, Adele.
I'd hate to wake up one morning and find out she was killed in a rock slide.
Seaman joke is seaman. Jesus, how much emergency gear did Von Doom have hidden away throughout the world before his capture and escape? Zoom and enhance cliche. We interrupt this Fantastic Four sequel to bring you The Return of the Jedi. Rise of the Silver Surfer. That's the sequel's name. And the wedding is wearing it out.
Dad would be proud.
Superheroes have dead parents cliche. Cosmic radiation just happens to be detected in New York, so Reed doesn't seem like such a bad guy after all.
Oh, that is cool.
Movie decides to fillet itself after one decent visual effect. Okay guys, if you want to take the Lincoln Tunnel, that's cool, but you know that goes to Jersey, right? Also, pretty sure Johnny just charbroiled a dozen innocent civilians right there. Meanwhile, in Washington, I could just kill him right now, but I'll let gravity decide this. We interrupt this Fantastic Four movie to bring you the flying hero crashes in the desert sequence from Iron Man. And that's not even mentioning the ripoff of the flying hero's flying abilities in question while falling, only to return just in the nick of time thing. Also from Iron Man. Silver Surfer character design inadvertently inspires Prometheus. Also, Andy Serkis isn't playing the Silver Surfer in this movie.
Evidently, this entity, this Silver Surfer...
Roll credits. This is cute, but it's also legally torture in most states, and spousal abuse in most others. Everyone in this scene gets a look at naked Jessica Alba except the audience. Also, movie makes exchange of powers possible so that Sue's clothes can burn off, and they tease naked Jessica Alba for the 4th time in 2 movies.
Why does this always happen to me?
This wasn't even in the script. It was just Jessica Alba complaining to the producers. I got an idea, boss. What if they all change powers? Brilliant! Write a script around that. We start shooting in 2 days.
Johnny's always been more of a solo act.
Here's another movie trying to get away with the conflict by eavesdropping. The Johnny you've given us throughout these movies would just storm right into the room and start bitching these 2 out. F you, movie. Von Doom can track the Silver Surfer without the use of Reed's satellite, but apparently no one else can for some reason. So Johnny merely tried to talk to the Silver Surfer, and the Surfer tried to kill him. Von Doom shoots lightning at the Surfer, and the Surfer just tosses him out of the way.
And call ourselves what? The dynamic duo?
Man, Marvel really has an inferiority complex to be constantly name-checking Superman and Batman. Also DC Comics.
Guys, we've got a serious problem.
We've got a serious problem cliché.
Everywhere the Surfer goes, 8 days later, the planet dies.
So, Bieber then? Also, if you remember how wrong your calculations were in the first movie and recalculate, that means you have about 16 hours. Maybe 12.
So, the next in the sequence should be...
And nothing important happened at all during the time it took them to fly from New York to London.
Next time. There's no next time. That's why I'm bringing in some help.
General Hager contradicts himself by telling Reed there won't be a next time, but then basically saying, well, there is a next time, but it'll be with Victor Von Doom.
You're gonna put innocent people in danger.
No more than you already have.
Hager told Von Doom, I want you to hide somewhere. When I tell Reed I'm bringing in help, he'll protest, and that's your cue to come in.
You trust Victor, and you're gonna regret it.
So far, the only one I've regretted trusting here is you.
But I'm still letting you help me, for some reason.
Look at where the energy levels surge when he attacks me.
General Hager has already seen this, right? That's why he allowed Von Doom into this operation. So why the f*** was this information not shared with Reed before they went out to London? Rockstar-level famous superheroes are alternately mobbed in public and left alone entirely depending on the needs of the script.
She's very attractive, even with the,
That's racist.
How's it going?
Didn't Sue also go to MIT? Has a tremendous scientific brain? Either she can help or Reed doesn't want her to help. Why is she basically Pepper Potts in this movie?
It's gonna be all right. You have
No, it won't be.
Well, I think we have room for 1 or 2 more cliches in this thing. What you got lying around over there? Got any hero gets anxiety issues about pressure related to the job shit?
I can already feel your pulse slowing down.
Do you remember that time in school?
A pulse.
Man, thank God Sue casually said the word pulse. Phew.
A tachyon pulse.
You need something that moves faster than the speed of light to throw the Silver Surfer off his board? If you can generate tachyons, you better build a time machine or some shit, and not forget about it in the next movie. Oh, wait.
When we activate the field, it'll separate him from his board.
Oh, well, you make it sound easy.
All I've seen is a guy that almost got his team killed.
Top Gun script somehow made it into the Fantastic Four sequel.
This is not a game.
Everyone's been saying shit like this to Johnny, but only the hot girl gets through to him because the power of boners is stronger.
You had your shot, and you blew it.
That's why I flew you and the rest of your team to Germany, so that you could just press a button. Also, what was this scene about? The military felt the need to tell Johnny they were going to interrupt the Surfer so he could tag along, but not actually use him in any meaningful way?
So let me make it clear for you and your pack of freaks here.
We interrupt this Fantastic Four movie to bring you the Mutants Are Outcast vibe from the X-Men movies.
But I guess you never played football in high school. Did you, Richards?
Suddenly, movie feels the need to lay out a dick measuring contest between Reed and Hager, as if Hager has been that kind of adversary the whole movie.
I stayed in and studied like a good little nerd. And 15 years later, I'm one of the greatest minds of the 21st century.
Instead of getting some other lackey who could position these tachyon pulse generator things around, the Fantastic Four have to do it themselves, ensuring that Von Doom will go unwatched during this entire operation. So this is Germany. There aren't any bears in Germany. I mean, in 2006 there was this Bruno bear that had to be killed, but he was the first one to be seen in 170 years.
We have a problem.
What's wrong?
He's here.
Sue plays the We Have a Problem game so that Reed has to ask what the hell she's talking about. Silver Surfer crashed into some random spot in the Black Forest, but Doom knew where he would land. We're now in Siberia, and the mission is over, but yeah, let's keep the Fantastic Four on our trip to Siberia too.
Where is he?
I'm very serious. I took my hair out of a ponytail for this. Fortunately for Sue, Von Doom requests a meeting and the General calls for a break just as she's trying to have a private conversation with the Surfer. Wouldn't her voice be enough? Is there any reason to become visible again? Also, none of the video cameras in this facility apparently captured this conversation. They're all pointed at the Fantastic Four, not the prisoner.
Then who is?
The one I serve.
Who do you serve?
Surfer plays the pronoun game so that Sue has to ask who the hell he serves. Oh, come on. I mean, the guy has been rendered powerless by his board, but he still has a f***ing documentary video to show on his washboard abs?
Galactus, the devourer of worlds.
So, Parallax then. This movie is fast becoming a discount Green Lantern, and I'm sure I don't have to tell you what that means.
My service spares my world and the one I love.
Ah, last-minute villain-turned-hero love story. This guy is Bane. Miranda Tate is just around the corner somewhere.
Why did you try to protect me?
You better not say what I think.
Because you remind me of her.
Ah,
It is not I who draws the destroyer here. It is the beacon, the source of my power.
So his board draws the destroyer here, and the destroyer is basically going to eat the planet. My question is, why does the Silver Surfer need to go around cutting holes in the earth for weeks before the destroyer comes? Can't he just eat the planet without the holes? Also, he never got to finish the one he was going to do in Germany, so if it is required, the destroyer is going to be missing the full complement of holes he needs to eat the planet. Okay, so is Saturn dead now? Even if Earth survives this, that'll be a tragedy for about a week. Would Pluto try and reinstate for planet status?
You can do your tests on the board.
Let's go do that right now. I mean, it's not like I was in the middle of an interrogation or anything. Wow, Victor somehow built a wrist pad that controls the alien surfboard. I'm not even mad. That's incredible. Reed's had a special Fantastic Four jet this entire movie, but never thought it would come in handy until just at this moment.
Hemi?
You will never find a more wretched hive of rage-inducing product placement than this movie.
We're now officially enemies of the United States of America. Victor is out there somewhere with unlimited power.
What are you, the narrator?
Norrin Rad. I was once called Norrin Rad.
Ooh, exotic.
You know, I've never been the giving type, Reed.
The Fantastic Four all have earbuds, but how the f are they able to hear Victor's calm speaking voice at 500 miles per hour in the sky?
We're gonna have to split up!
Movie rips off the ship splits into smaller ships thing from Star Trek The Next Generation. Fly a few miles from Siberia and boom, Wall of China. Just like that, motherfuckers. Also, Victor is a dick to Seventh Wonders. Galactus went from Saturn to Earth in like 10 minutes, but then takes forever to go from the edge of Earth's atmosphere to actually destroying Earth. I mean, shit. Look at how fast he's approaching Earth in this fucking shot. It should take all of 10 fucking seconds for this thing to begin and end. This whole movie, Johnny's glitch has been causing them to swap powers. He gets a new power of someone he touches, and they get his. Then, at the finale, Johnny can somehow get all 4 powers at once because Stanley. I know HBO is f***ed in all this mess. Shoplifting. Ben climbs this one crane, but thankfully the battle between flying superheroes and intergalactic planet eaters never strays far from that one city block. So Ben can still have an impact on things. So he's electrocuted, right? That's all for Von Doom once he lands in the water, right? Obviously not really dead superhero is obviously not really dead. Surfer Ex Machina. Answer me this, why would a planet-eating space monster put in his employ an indentured servant and give him the power source capable of overthrowing the monster? If the Surfer is this powerful, then why the f*** did he ever allow himself to be the slave and let his planet and girlfriend be threatened? Surfer Ex Machina Duo. Film's B conflict resolves itself.
If it wasn't for the team, the whole world would be gone by now.
I know, it's amazing how comic book villains start showing up on Earth right after comic book heroes get their powers. Let this be a lesson, men. If a woman constantly tells you she's not interested, it does not mean she's not interested. Wait.
Ensue storm.
Venice is sinking into the Adriatic.
And you have your PDA set up to inform you of Venice's whereabouts? Yeah, that's cute, but Venice is sinking into the Adriatic Sea, assholes! Poor bastards thought they were going to get a third movie.
A bachelor party could be fun, but no exotic dancers.
Guys,
We use a large vibrating egg.
Use your aggressive feelings, boy. Let the hate flow through you.
What are you?
Have reckoning.
Uh-oh. Guess what day it is?
Why are you destroying our planet?
You think that's air you're breathing now?
This is not a game.
We talking about practice. Not a game, not a game, not a game.
Not so tough now, are ya?
Everybody that reads comic books knows that Kirby's Silver Surfer is the only true Silver Surfer. Now, am I right or wrong?
What's your name?
What is your quest? What is your favorite color?
I see you.